I'm NBC's Natalie Morales. Tonight, an intimate one-on-one with Kate Gosselin. Kate, her story.
Assembly line in action.
At home, she's used to being surrounded by kids and cameras. She leaves her house, she's used to being surrounded by fans and even more cameras. But these days, despite the constant stream of people around her, Kate feels very much alone, facing the world with few friends or family members to protect her. A bigger tabloid target than any star living in the Hollywood Hills. Now, though, she's telling her side of the story, speaking out on many of the facets of her life the tabloids can only speculate about.
Let's start from the very beginning story. Tell me what your childhood was like, Kate.
I was one of 5 kids. I was the middle child, the forgotten middle child, as they say. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother. It was a strict upbringing, I would say. I went to a Christian school, kindergarten through 12th grade.
So was it a loving home?
Yes, my parents did their best. My mom was the ever-present parent who saw to it that our meals were cooked and our house was taken care of. My parents struggled, I would say. I'm famous for telling my mom, growing up my whole life, Mom, 5 kids is way too many. There's just, you lose something in the details. And she ironically reminded me of that when I ended up with 8 kids saying, do you remember what you always told me?
What is your relationship now with your parents?
My parents email me, I email them back. They're very different from me. Nobody's
Have you changed or have they changed?
I think both of us have changed. There was a lot in my childhood that was not happy. You know, it would probably take me 10 years to figure it out. So to say that I talk to them on a daily basis is not accurate. Am I involved as grandparents and helping with their children? Not so much, and that's probably more by my choosing at this point than by theirs. Is it out of the question forever? No, probably not. I think the change came after our babies were born. Yes, that was the beginning of me realizing that everybody has an opinion, and sometimes those opinions aren't my opinions. You may not approve of you putting your children on television. Was that part of it? No, it was before television. And at that time, I felt like it was best just to step back and take a break. Do you miss having them in your life? There's definitely something missing when you don't have supportive parents nearby, and your kids don't have supportive grandparents. Absolutely. Who do you have on your side? A very, very small group of people, because you don't trust others now. Yeah, you almost can't blame me. When you look around, very close, trusted people who you would swear in your life would never, ever, ever toss you in, for lack of better words, and those people do that. You cannot trust people. She's a pretty younger brother. She's referring to her younger brother, Kevin, who wanted to appear on Johnny Keith with which is like Judy. He was the little boy that if I did something wrong, he'd step in the way and say, Katie, not good, I'll do it. And he took punishment for me. Awesome. Keith says she's stunned by what she sees as Kevin's betrayal. To confirm things that he has no idea what he's talking about, but it happened. To cause him intimate money. Hurtful, doesn't. He didn't cover it. Not because. He lost most of your family. I have, my parents do support me, from afar. I have one sister who drops the judgment and just says, whatever you choose to do, I'll support you. Maybe Steve in her life, he says, she doesn't expect anyone to stand by her side. I tell my friends, if you are brave enough to step into my world, fight. And yet, in vulnerable place now, very emotional. And because most very people have been cast, I would like to people also wanted to come back. Because
In more of our exclusive interview with Kate Gosselin. She is back with more on her 8 kids, life in the spotlight, and what comes next for her. Kate, good morning once again. Thanks for sticking around.
Let's address some of the rumors that really pertain to you. Where do you want to start?
Where do we start? Every morning I wake up and it's a new rumor. First of all, there is no condo, there is no apartment. There was never any looking for one, nobody looked for one, bought one, inquired about one.
Right, there's a rumor that you bought a condo in Maryland.
Correct, so you'll find when John is with the kids.
Back now at 8:18 with Kate Gosselin, the mother of 8 and former reality television star, is trying something new these days as a blogger for CouponCabin.com. Kate, good morning.
So your show sort of ended in September, so it's been a while since we caught up. How are your kids doing? How are you doing?
Great, we're doing awesome. The kids are doing great in school. They've gone on. They really honestly miss filming. They've recently been saying, when are we going to go here or there? We miss the crew. So we're hoping, our TLC contract is over, so we're hoping to move forward and do more fun projects.
Like another reality
Yeah,
show?
fans are begging, they've grown up, they turn 8, what are you doing? And so we're hoping to put that out there for them. I'm compiling my recipes. I ate recipe testers, and working on that, as well as I'm running the San Diego Rock and Roll Half Marathon video due.
So you're in training. That's pretty exciting.
Yes, talk about that, because what you're blogging about is really trying to help people understand how they can save money with coupons, is that right?
In one chapter, you write, and I think it was actually one of the letters to one of the kids, and you said, even though I can be hard and strict, know that my heart is full of love for you always.
So you admit that you have a hard exterior at times. Being a mom, period, being a mom of 8 kids, being a mom who has gone through a lot of tough times, sometimes that is maybe a coping mechanism for me. And sometimes it's because I have to be that old-time, strict mom. But my kids see through to the heart of me, and really on the inside, I'm just a mushy-gushy ball of love towards them, and they get that.
What made you decide to incorporate individual letters to each of the children?
The idea came to me out of nowhere. I had kept a journal for a year, almost daily. And it was around the time our show, Johnny K +8, first started. And it occurred to me that that was always the goal, to turn this into a book, because there was a lot of good information there. But I didn't feel like, I wasn't sure it would make a full, complete book. And at the same time, this idea hit me. Because of everything we've gone through in the last few years, I wanted my kids to know. I just wanted them to know, which is where the title came from. How much I love them, how much they mean to me.
When they're watching the show, though, and they hear you directly address the issue of custody, I mean, are they aware of what's going on?
I don't allow them to directly hear the issue. I keep my words and conversations to an appropriate level for them at all times for them. And so I keep them sheltered from that, and they're aware that we both love them, and the figuring it out issue is our issue. Do you feel you could actually lose custody of your children? I feel like there's a peaceful resolution, and, you know, as quiet as I can keep it, that's my goal. Yeah, okay, now. What is the worst case scenario? I don't know. I don't think of worst case scenarios in any situation. I keep positive, and my heart is with my kids, and that's why I'm focused. Do you have any regrets about your relationship with John? I think anybody who ends up in divorce has regrets, and, you know, I regret that we couldn't work out for the sake of the kids, but it has caused me to refocus on how very much I love my kids, and I probably have developed a far deeper love for them, if that makes sense, through this experience. The book is out, I read it, it was sweet, it was touching, there's a great spiritual life in your family, and that seems to be the most important thing to you in raising your kids. My faith has always been the reason that I can get up in the morning, but I can continue on. It's the reason I have my kids. I have children that have who are perfectly happy and wonderful, and now they're back, and they do that, they do that, they do that, they do very good custody, but the you know better than anybody under criticism for doing this, committing yourself to such a rigorous schedule far away from the kids. How does that affect your work?
Now, the bombshell TV interview we've all been waiting for. Kate Gosselin, for the first time since the split, goes on the record about John, what she's saying about his other women, and what brought her to tears.
Has also been linked to former Star reporter Kate Major, who joins us now live in studio. Kate, what do you make of Kate 1.0's shock over John moving on?
I only know what John told me, and John told me that she had ended the marriage months ago, and that this was her decision. So, you know, I don't think she should be that shocked because she didn't want to be with him, from what he told me.
All right, we're going to have much more a little later in the show with you, including whether or not you were truly romantically involved with John. So we'll have that in just a little bit.